Well, welcome back to Noon Edition. Cory Noonan, Allen County Commissioner, is now our guest. First of all, I love your tie.
Thank you very much.
It's very colorful, that's for sure. Let's talk budget real quickly, because I know that's a concern for a lot of tax-paying residents. They want to make sure that their money is being taken care of and spent wisely, and it sounds like things are in good shape.
Yeah, and to that point, we are very fortunate here in Allen County to have the team that we have with our elected officials and department heads, you know, to do just that, right? I mean, that is the focus for the taxpayers, and, you know, we're good. You know, budget comes in beginning of January. We spend, you know, a few weeks, months, you know, preparing that thing. But at the end of the day, once it's done, we monthly, you know, have our budget meetings where we go through line by line, and things are good right now, you know, today. You know, some are up, some are down, but at the end of the day, it'll balance itself out.
Capital projects, that's always a concern for people because they know these things need to be done. They just don't want to be taxed for them, as anything else. So where do we stand on those? Yeah,
so, you know, we own a lot of buildings. And, you know, we do the best we can do to maintain those structures. We have a limited budget for that, but, you know, we're doing a great job. We're on a good maintenance plan trying to catch up. You know, you got a courthouse that's, you know, over 100 years old. To fix something in that is a little more costly than it is, you know, some of our newer buildings. But at the end of the day, we do have a plan, or a good plan in place on the maintenance side. But, you know, as you saw yesterday, you know, we had a meeting for newer structures to try to find newer office space or produce newer office space for our offices. Yeah, it's going to be a little more costly on the front end, right? It's going to take some investment, and we've got those dollars set aside. But in the long run, you know, maintaining those is going to help on the back end.
I know a lot of times we look at buildings from the outside and we think, oh, it's still in great shape. Why do they think they need something new? But then you start looking at the inner workings of that old building and what it's going to cost to really get it up to code, and that's why change has to happen.
What a great scenario there. You know, the county jail. Most of us have never been in the county jail, and from the outside it looks like a very nice structure. The sheriff and our buildings and ground and those staff, they do a great job, but that structure is I think over 30 years old. We had to put 2 new elevators in that a couple years ago, $500,000 for 2 new elevators just because of the age of the other ones. None of us ever ride them. Most of us don't ever ride those elevators, right? So yes, the outside of the structures, the courthouse, late 1800s, looks good. But the inner workings, yeah, the pipe chases and whatnot that's in there has some age to it. Our staff does a great job of maintaining, but there gets to be a point where you need to do a renovation, and that's the plan, is to get to that point to be able to have that renovation.
And the more services that get offered, sometimes you have to create room and make room, so that falls into the whole situation as well.
Courthouse, late 1800s. County government has changed since then, right? But the structure really hasn't. So that is one of the reasons we are looking at that new administrative building, vacate the courthouse, be able to go in and renovate it, and then bring the courts back into the courthouse. So, you know, I think that it would give a little bit more space, you know, just having the courts in there versus all the entities that are in there. But it's an exciting time, and it's fun, and the team is working very well together.
Things are happening here in Allen County. Thanks for your time, Cory. Very nice to meet you. And we will be back. We'll have a look at medical coming up next.